Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. I will be talking about Spirit today, okay? Now, this is a stock that it surprised me. I was scrolling through, I followed the stock. It's very cheap price, so all I wanted to do is just see how I can make gains and how I can, flip my $12 in a matter of a couple days, because I am going back into AMC. I do have a game plan for AMC. AMC is at a high right now. If you guys see, AMC is pretty high. It's 555. This is not somewhere I want to day trade AMC, right? I always make sure whenever you want to buy some big amounts of shares in AMC, make sure it's around the 48, 49, 47. The sweetest spot is 46, 47. You can't go wrong with that, right? But I was looking at it and I sold here, right? I sold my profits there, but I bought a couple of days back or whatever. AMC just flew after that, and I'm like, right here, there's no point in buying right here if I sold at 503, but I could have bought right here at 511 and sold at 514, 515, but that's not ideal. So I was scrolling through, I'm like, I'm gonna wait for AMC to come back down, and it doesn't come back down. Okay, AMC is still up, it's flying, right, whatever. So I'm like, I need to find something else because I don't like just to wait around and and wait on a stock. And I look at Spirit and I'm like, wow, last week it starts the week off pretty low and goes all the way up, right? It goes all the way up to 27, right? So when I looked at that, I looked at it started pretty low and went up to 27 the week prior to this. My plan was to do the same thing. As you guys can see, I bought at 2.54, okay? And I sold all the way up at 2.72, okay? Now the week prior to that, my research and the history of Spirit was 2.6 all the way up to 2.7, okay? It stays at 2.7, comes back down to 2.59 August 8th, 11 a.m. Goes all the way up to 2.76 by the end of closing. Now, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at the day. It's August 8th, okay? And towards the end of the week, this stock starts to go up. That's the pattern. I looked at previous statistics, and that's what I get from it, okay? Now, here's a few takeaways from that. It hits the same price around the same time. So last week, okay, around Thursday is when it went up to 2.76, 2.7, right? So this week, today it's Thursday, right? Where does it go? Up to 2.7, 2.75, right? Now, what is my takeaway from this? Patterns do exist. Make sure you are in tune with the history. Make sure you are in tune with how a certain stock has a pattern. And as crazy as I may sound, I believe it's gonna go back up to 2.7 by the end of this week, and it did. So I got in at $12.17, sold at 13.09. Now when I sold that, I'm looking forward to get back into AMC again, but AMC is still at a high, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna hold off to that and see what I can do. Okay, day trading isn't a bad option. Okay, so if you want to day trade Spirit Airlines, this is not a bad option at all. This is something similar to AMC, I would say, similar to those smaller stocks. But if you get caught up in this, it could be a big, shift in your trading schedule, and you're just going to be like waiting to get your gain back. But don't get stuck in a bad investment. Don't buy all the way up here at 3 or 7, because if you buy all the way up here at 3 or like 2.9, 2.8, you're not going to see that in a while probably. So the sweet spots for this stock is definitely 2.5, 2.6, 2.6, maybe right here if you really want to get in, and still right here. But it's at 2.8 right now, and I was disciplined enough to get my profit and get out. That's the main thing that you have to learn when day trading. Don't go back and look and be like, oh my god, I should have held it, blah blah blah. No, I came in and I was like, if it goes to 2. 7.5, I'm gonna sell. If it goes to 2.7, I'm gonna sell. And I came in at 2.54, sold right here. That's a good gain. That's not bad. If I had about $100 in here, I would have made some money, you know. So every week, look at different stocks, look at different options, because I wouldn't have thought of doing this if I didn't look at the history, look at the options, look at how this stock performs throughout the week. So just believe. You have to believe. You have to work. Let the stock work. I always say this. Let the stock work a little bit too. So I made my move and I got out. Because I'm not about to sit down and just watch the stock for more than what I need to. So it's very important to stay disciplined, and that's what I did. But Spirit is definitely something that's on my radar. Let's say AMC doesn't hit 4.8 by September, or by the end of August, I'm just gonna go back to Spirit. But if I see AMC is around 4.8, I'm gonna get in. But I'm done. I'm done doing the little penny day trades with AMC. As you guys can see, I have a $30 pending custom order for AMC if the price hits 4.83. So I have this planned. I have this write up. I've got the experience from doing all this. Is all homework. All right, this is all homework. Now it's time to get serious and go up the charts. After I put that 30 down, and hopefully I get the profit I need from it. Right, I wanna get in at 4.83, sell at 5.5 or above. Okay, and once I get that, I'm gonna be disciplined enough to sell those profits, and I'm gonna take at least $10 from that, put it in my long term, and the rest I'm gonna add about $40 more and just go back in. Like this is what I usually do with all of my day trades or my short-term investments. I get quick profits, right? And always look for long-term opportunity. So what this means is if I made $20 in gains from AMC and I sell at $50, I'm gonna take at least $10 and put it somewhere where it's like a quote unquote safer stock, or a stock that I know I can rely on a little bit. And those are stocks like Nvidia or Chipotle, Apple, Microsoft, because those are stocks that they're always going to be in the circle. You know what I mean? But AMC can have. Now AMC goes up and down a lot, but AMC can have a tough time. You can get a pretty tough time with AMC, but I always look for options to put it in my long term as well. But I'm honestly done with doing little penny trades. As you guys were saying, I was making pennies. But this is what I have planned up next. $30 in AMC, and hopefully, as you guys can see, I've shown you Spirit Airlines stock. It is not a bad stock to day trade, and hopefully I'm going to do the same game plan for AMC as well that I did for Spirit. You guys see I got in with $2, I think it was $5 June 5th, right? Sold at 7 cents, then got in at 2, sold at 8. So my game plan with Spirit is almost the same. I just got to gain, sold it. Next time I'm going to go in probably 10.5 again and learn. And then, boom, I'm going to put like a $50, $60, $40 order in, probably at 2.48, 2.58. And, that's part of the game. Learn, and then it's finally time to earn, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.